Radio City Tower. Radio City Tower, also known as St. John's Beacon, is a radio and observation tower in Liverpool, England, built in 1969 and opened by Queen Elizabeth II. It was designed by James A. Roberts Associates in Birmingham. It is 138 meters tall and is the second tallest freestanding building in Liverpool and the 32nd tallest in the United Kingdom. When considering the height of the building, it has a 10-long antenna on the roof, making it the tallest structure in Liverpool including antennas. As testament to the importance of its design, which was described by Historic England as embodying the technological bravura and spirit of the space age, the building was listed at grade Roman II in November 2020. The tower takes its name from the main radio station that operates from it, Radio City, and its sister station Greatest Hits Radio Liverpool and the Northwest. St. John's Beacon 1969–1999. At the top of the tower was a luxury 5-star revolving restaurant, the facade and floor of the restaurant revolving as one unit, while the roof of the restaurant was used as an observation platform for visitors. There are 558 stairs up to the top, and 2 lift shafts with lifts reaching the top in 30 seconds. The tower is structurally independent of the adjacent shopping center, with a simple foundation onto sandstone. The foundation is 60 feet in diameter, 17 feet deep, and begins 40 feet below Houghton Street. It has a tapering shaft that was built using slip-formed concrete. The crow's nest structure at the top was then added. The original restaurant closed in 1979 for health and safety issues. It was reopened with a reduced capacity and additional fire prevention measures during the early 1980s. The restaurant was eventually refitted as a Buck Rogers space-themed restaurant in 1983, but closed again due to lack of business. After this, the observation deck and the restaurant remained closed. In the following years, the tower lay empty and derelict, often considered to be an eyesore or a white elephant by fellow Liverpudlians. Blue UFO-style neon strip lights were added to the perimeter of the tower in 1994 in an attempt to increase its attractiveness. These were later removed upon the refurbishment of the tower. In late 1998, Radio City, owned and operated by the then EMAP Radio, expressed interest in refurbishing the tower to house Radio City and Magic 1548, including their studios and required office space. The plan was announced to the public, and in the interim period, Radio City would regularly broadcast from the Beacon and also broadcast during the Light Show Festival period in late 1999, which involved many different patterned and colored lights being shone from the tower. Work commenced in 1999 and was completed in the summer of 2000. Radio City Tower 1999–present. The tower was refurbished in 1999 at a cost of £5 million. It reopened as Radio City 96.7 and Magic 1548 in August 2000. The outdoor observation deck, which had been located on the roof of the restaurant, was transformed into a second floor. It now holds offices and conference rooms for both radio stations. The studios are on the lower floor, which was previously the restaurant. The original revolving structure and machinery were left intact during the refurbishment. Brackets were added to lock the moving structure in place. The tower has been known to sway in heavy winds. This is a design feature and common in construction within skyscrapers and tall building in order to prevent the building snapping at its base or cracking along the shaft. During the refurbishment between the first and second floor, the Radio City 96.7 lettering was added. It is illuminated in yellow during dark. Several other lights were added onto the base of the crow's nest structure, which is illuminated all day and periodically changes color. During Christmas, a beam of light is emitted from the base of the tower. The second-floor windows are often illuminated at night, with a particular color to mark certain events. A red aircraft warning beacon sits on top of the tower's advertisement framework. The refurbishment added an advertising framework at the top of the tower, designed for both a fabric banner and illuminated light boxes. Window cleaning and light bulb changes are performed by specialist teams, who abseil down the side of the tower. The roof houses the local 10C digital audio broadcasting multiplex for Liverpool. Radio City and Greatest Hits Radio Northwest do not directly broadcast from the roof. Their FM signal is transmitted by the Allerton Park transmitter, along with BBC Radio Merseyside on 95.8 FM and Capital Liverpool on 107.6 FM. In 2017, the Liverpool-based tech startup Scan and Make organized the first edition of the art contest exhibition Making Art 4.0 in the radio offices. In 2018, an artwork banner was displayed on the Beacon's advertisement framework. It was titled Liverpool 2018 to celebrate 10 years since the city's 2008 Capital of Culture events. Radio City Talk ceased broadcasting on 31 May 2020 by Bar Media, who deemed it not financially viable due to low listening figures. As of September 2020, the tower houses the studios for the local programming of Radio City and Greatest Hits Radio Northwest. St. John's Beacon Viewing Gallery Gallery in 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 Gallery. In 2010, the Radio City Towers, St. John's Beacon first floor was opened full-time to members of the public on paying an entrance fee. This fee is usually around £5. It's £2. Visitors can spend as long as they wish in the tower. The gallery gives the opportunity to view Liverpool from a 360 panoramic view 452 FT 138 m above Houghton Street. Visitors cannot walk the full length of the building due to news offices for Radio City and Greatest Hits Radio Northwest occupying a quarter of the space, although technically this still gives a 360 view. Radio stations. Initially Radio City and Magic 1548 started broadcasting from the tower, but the tower was actually refurbished with 3 studios and a small recording and news studio. In 2008, the then City Talk 105.9 started broadcasting from Studio 3. Radio City broadcast from Studio 2 and Magic from Studio 1. In 2015, with the revamp of local stations and the creation of Bar City 1, Bar City 2, and Bar City 3, Magic 1548 became Radio City 2 and City Talk 105.9 became Radio City Talk and swapped frequencies with Radio City 2. A new station, Radio City 3, launched on 19. This station did not need a dedicated studio, as all output came from the hits in Manchester, but contained local adverts and news. It was later dropped from the lineup in 2017 and eventually the Hits Radio became Hits Radio UK in 2018. Radio City is now part of the Hits Radio network and still broadcasts its 2 locally produced shows from Studio 2. In January 2019, Bar launched Greatest Hits Radio across the UK with Bar City 2 stations becoming local outputs. This meant Radio City 2 became GHR Liverpool, North West and North Wales. Most of Greatest Hits Radio's programming for the UK originated from Studio 1, including Breakfast and Drive, as well as local news for Liverpool. Radio City Talk ceased broadcasting on 31 May 2020 due to low listening figures. In September 2020, with changes to Greatest Hits Radio across the UK, the North Wales part was dropped and became Greatest Hits Radio Liverpool and the North West due to merging with several other stations across. Studio 1 still broadcasts the national weekday breakfast and evening show as well as weekend content. Failed Zipwire proposal. In late June 2020, a proposal was put up by Zipworld UK for a new permanent £4 million zipwire that would start from the second floor of the Beacon and end in Liverpool's Central Library. The project attracted mixed public opinions, with many people claiming that it would be a permanent defacing of one of the city's world-famous landmarks. Others expressed concerns that the noise of the zip wire could disturb library users. The plan went before the City Council, and on 30 June 2020 the plans were approved. However, on 2 September 2020 it was reported that Liverpool Mayor Joe Anderson was withdrawing permission for this use of the Central Library, effectively vetoing the proposal.